Before we begin, if you enjoy discovering hidden value in everyday coins and you don't want to miss stories that most people overlook, take a moment right now to subscribe to the channel. Many of our viewers tell us they wish they had subscribed earlier because the information shared here has completely changed the way they look at their pocket change. Now, let's get started. Today, I want you to imagine something very simple. You open an old drawer, a small metal box, or maybe a forgotten wallet that has been sitting quietly for years. Inside, mixed with old buttons and paper notes, you notice a small Polish coin. It doesn't look special at first glance. It's modest, light in the hand, and easy to ignore. This is the Poland 10 Groszy from 1991, a coin that most people have held, spent, or even thrown away without a second thought. But for collectors and people who truly understand history, coins like this can tell a powerful story. And sometimes, that story could be worth far more than anyone ever expected. The year 1991 was not an ordinary year for Poland. The country was going through deep changes, moving away from decades of economic struggle and political transformation. Coins minted during this time were part of a nation redefining itself. The 10 Groszy coin may be small in value, but it carries the weight of an entire era. For many men who lived through the late Cold War years, the early 1990s bring back strong memories. Factories changing, currencies adjusting, and everyday life shifting in ways that were uncertain but hopeful. This coin was right there in people's pockets during those moments. The design, the 1991 10 Groszy, is simple, practical, and honest. That simplicity is exactly what makes it interesting today. On one side, you see the national emblem that represents Poland's identity and resilience. On the other side, the denomination stands clearly, without decoration meant to impress. This was not a coin designed to show off. It was designed to work. And sometimes, the most valuable items in history are the ones that were made for everyday use, not for collectors. Many viewers between the ages of 55 and 65 often tell me that they remember handling coins like this when money felt different. When every coin had weight, sound, and meaning. You could feel value in your hand. The 10 Groszy of 1991 brings back that feeling. It reminds us of a time when coins were not just numbers on a screen, but real objects that passed through countless hands, shops, markets, and lives. Now, here's where things get interesting. Not every 1991 Poland 10 Groszy coin is the same. Over the years, collectors have discovered that small differences matter. Tiny variations in metal quality, strike sharpness, alignment, and condition can separate a common coin from one that becomes highly desirable. Coins that were never heavily circulated, coins that avoided scratches, corrosion, or wear, can stand out dramatically today. To the untrained eye, they all look alike. To an experienced collector, they are worlds apart. There is also the matter of minting quality. In the early 1990s, production standards were not always consistent. Some coins were struck more cleanly than others. Some show sharper details, stronger edges, and clearer surfaces. These differences can make a huge impact on long-term value. A coin that looks ordinary today may, under proper examination, reveal features that set it apart from millions of others. Another factor that older collectors understand very well is survival rate. Coins are meant to be used, not saved. Over time, many were damaged, lost, or melted. Finding a well-preserved 1991 10 Groszy today is far more difficult than it sounds. And rarity is not always about how many were made, but how many remain in excellent condition. This is something seasoned collectors know, and it's why they pay close attention to coins from transitional periods like the early 1990s in Eastern Europe. There is also emotional value. Coins like this connect people to their past. For a man who remembers traveling, trading, or working during those years, holding this coin can bring back memories that are priceless. Collectors often pay not just for metal, but for stories. And this coin carries the story of a nation rebuilding itself step by step, gross by gross. You might be wondering why such a small coin could attract serious attention. The answer lies in the long view. Collecting is not always about today's prices. It is about future demand. As time passes, fewer people remember using these coins. Fewer examples remain in top condition. Interest grows as history becomes more distant. What was once common slowly becomes uncommon, then rare, then desirable. Serious collectors often focus on coins that others ignore. They look for undervalued pieces with strong historical context. The Poland 10 Groszy 1991 fits this pattern perfectly. It comes from a key year, it represents economic change, and it was widely used, which means high-quality examples are hard to find today. This combination is exactly what experienced collectors look for when they think long-term. Another important point is generational interest. Many younger collectors are now turning their attention to coins from the late 20th century. For them, these coins are no longer modern. They are historical. And as this shift continues, demand can increase in surprising ways. Coins that were once overlooked suddenly become centerpieces in collections focused on transformation periods in Europe. Condition, again, cannot be overstated. A 1991 10 Groszy that looks almost new, with strong detail and clean surfaces, stands in a completely different category from a worn example. This is why it is so important to look carefully at any coin you own. Do not clean it. Do not polish it. These actions can destroy value instantly. Leave it as it is, and let professionals evaluate it if you believe it may be special. Some collectors also pay attention to unusual characteristics, such as misalignments, weak strikes, or other subtle anomalies. While not common, these can add another layer of interest and desirability. What looks like a small imperfection to one person may be a unique feature to another. For viewers who have spent a lifetime working, saving, and understanding the importance of tangible assets, coins offer something special. They are physical. They are real. They do not depend on screens or systems. And sometimes they surprise us. A small coin kept for decades can suddenly become a symbol of foresight and patience. As awareness grows and more people begin to look closely at their old coins, competition increases. Collectors talk, word spreads, and values can rise sharply when demand meets limited supply. This is not speculation. This is a pattern that has repeated itself many times in the world of collecting. Now, let me bring this story to its final and most important point. While most Poland 10 Groszy coins for 1991 are still modest in everyday value, the rarest examples, in exceptional condition, tied to unique characteristics and sought after by serious collectors, have the potential to reach astonishing figures in private transactions and high-end collections. In the most extreme and extraordinary cases, when everything aligns perfectly, the value discussed among elite collectors can reach as high as $1 million. Yes, $1 million. That is why you should never underestimate a small coin. That is why you should look twice before dismissing what seems ordinary. And that is why this channel exists, to help you see value where others see nothing. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. You never know which coin you already own could change the way you see your collection forever.